tonight, clean energy in North East Lincolnshire and opening the new in Hull. And later in tonight's programme, our very own Fred with the latest news from the City of Culture. Before that, cycling celebrations with Janine Walker of the Grimsby Cycle Hub. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Thursday's programme with me, Luke Adams. First tonight, the Humberside Police and Crime Commissioner says a rise in pay for police officers is damaging. Keith Hunter says Humberside Police will have difficulties affording the 2% increases without extra funding from the government. He argues that unfunded pay increases will affect the service provided to the public. North East Lincolnshire Council hosted their first Renewable Energy Forum Summit today. Clean Break Summit brings together those in the private and public sector to meet and form partnerships that will enable North East Lincolnshire's status as a renewable energy industry to grow. The council aims to become a nationally recognised capital for the renewable energy sector by 2032. Fred McNamara brings us more.
North East Lincolnshire is on a mission to become nationally known for its growing renewable industries. Today, North East Lincolnshire Council have hosted the inaugural Clean Break Summit, a discussion forum that allows public and private sectors to meet and devise growth and innovation in the clean energy sector.
We've got major investors at the moment, all basing their offshore maintenance work here in the port of Grimsby. We've got Dong Energy, we've got other big names like Siemens, E.ON, and Centrica. They're all based in the docks, so it's been a transformation really from what it was as a fishing town to, and still is preserving the maritime heritage, into the new, making the case for it to be the centre of the renewables industry. We've got some senior civil servants from departments and communities here and the business and enterprise department, and we've already, I think, established our reputation as a go-ahead place to come and invest and visit, and a great place to live and stay. So it's just echoing those sentiments and making the case for Grimsby to be the centre of the renewables of the UK industries.
We've got a fantastic relationship with North East Lincolnshire Council. I mean, we of course recognise that port infrastructure is an incredible engine for economic growth and creating employment opportunities. So investment in port infrastructure, I think, has got to be an absolutely crucial element of economic regeneration in the area. And of course, you know, a lot of our focus on the Humber Estuary, and particularly in North East Lincolnshire, is now around renewables as a key sector that we have identified for growth. One of a number of sectors, to be fair, but it is one of our most important aspects of where we see our business going over the next few years and way into the future, hopefully. So
we've been an area that's really lost its aspiration, and this is now an opportunity to raise aspiration, raise the skills in the area for our young people and give them good quality jobs. So really excited about it.
The outcome of this summit could pave the way for North East Lincolnshire to reach its proposed target of becoming nationally recognised as the UK's capital of renewable energy industries by 2032. Fred McNamara, Estuary News.
The Hull New Theatre is set to reopen its doors this weekend following a £16 million refurbishment. It will officially reopen to the public on Saturday with a performance by the Royal Ballet called Opening the New. It's been curated by Hull-born director Kevin O'Hare. The theatre's transformation includes state-of-the-art technology and improved audience capacity. It's hoped the new look will attract bigger touring productions. West Lindsey District Council have launched a consultation on the future of green waste bins. The council are the last local authority in Lincolnshire to provide a free collection on garden waste, but are now considering all its options, which could include a charge for the service. They say they can no longer provide the service for free due to a change in grants from the government. Residents have until the 19th of November to have their say on the proposals. Hull's fishing industry is once again being remembered on Hessel Road. A new mural is being painted to add to the community's ever-expanding collection of public artworks. Dan Kemp has been along for us today to see how progress is going.
Following the success of 3 new murals on Hessel Road in Hull, number 4 is now being put up. The design is being illustrated on the side of Female Ego on the corner of West Dock Avenue. Donna Finn co-owns the salon and explains why she put her name forward to have a mural.
A lot of my clients were fishermen and fishermen's wives, and I got along with a lot of the girls, and the guys used to come in before they even went to settling day, and they'd come and have the haircut, and then they'd go settle in and then they'd go out and do what they did. So I got quite involved with a lot of the fishermen of the 80s era. But the reason why I wanted the mural is not only a thank you to the fishermen that helped support my business and the wives, but also of the past fishermen that have lost their lives to the sea and lost their lives to make Hull famous and what it is today.
Alan and Julie are both part of the Hull Bullnose Heritage Group, who've been involved in preserving and celebrating the area's fishing past. They helped to bring new Bethel boards to the boulevard and the first 3 murals to Hessle Road.
It's all part of bringing Hessle Road back to life, getting it to become a tourist attraction, and we've got the kids involved, which is coming from the local school, which Julie will talk to you about.
Yes, already as a group we do go into primary schools in and around Hull to talk about the fishing heritage, because we don't want it to be forgotten. When you think that nearly 6,000 men from Hull alone were lost at sea, these people should be remembered. And as I say, we get the schools involved, and tomorrow morning a group from Eastfield Primary School will be coming here to actually paint their names on the mural. So that's something really good to them. It's something they remember all their lives. When they're adults, they can bring their children and their grandchildren to show them what they've done and explain about the fishing heritage, so it goes on to future generations.
Keith worked on one of the original murals and is now taking the lead on this project, which should be completed by this time tomorrow.
I've got another one to add on, which is Flo, the old barmaid from Rainer's pub, which is going to go on this picture today, hopefully. And hopefully the weather sticks out. Basically it's just to go with the fishing heritage, make sure everybody recognises what Hessle Road's for, and I'm actually proud to be part of it. Hopefully I'm going to get like a brown tinge to it so it looks old, so it's got an age to it. I want the faces realistic. I want to do the best I can to make it realistic and make people go, wow, didn't realise life was like that then. Obviously how rough it was, hard. And obviously it's good to be part of it.
When finished, it'll depict Donna's father-in-law Clive and a young man who's yet to be identified. And Donna wants your help.
We've got so much respect for the fishermen and for my father-in-law I'm very, very proud of. And that's why we've got the photograph of Clive on the wall. But I'd like to set you a little challenge, because as you can see there's a boy, a galley boy, on the photograph with him. Who is he? I'd like to know who he is. Does anyone out there know who this young man is?
So a challenge has been set there, and if anyone knows who the young man in the picture is, please get in touch with us in the usual way. Now, the Grimsby Cycle Hub is set to celebrate its 4th birthday. I'm delighted to welcome my first guest today, Janine Walker, to tell me more about the celebrations ahead. Good evening, Janine. Welcome to the programme. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you very much for having us.
You're welcome. First of all, how does it feel to be turning 4?
It feels fantastic. Yeah, I was always told that the first 3 years were going to be the hardest, so to reach our 4th birthday is a real milestone. But of course we couldn't have done it without a lot of support from the community, which has been fabulous.
Have you faced many challenges in the last 4 years?
Yes, we have. I mean, it's a testing time for any business. Trying out new things, finding out what works, what the public want, what you can give, and finding the right people to work with, of course. But yeah, it's been a fantastic journey. And
a learning curve for you as well.
Oh,
in
huge.
a lot of respects.
Yes.
Now, Janine, Saturday is the 4th anniversary, as I said at the top of the interview there. What's happening on Saturday to celebrate?
Well, first of all, there's going to be balloons and cake.
I'm there, sold.
But we know that schools have had a real crackdown on children riding to school on bikes that aren't road safe and don't have reflectors. So we're offering free bicycle health and safety checks.
Okay.
And we'll tell people exactly what is wrong and how much it would cost to get that put right. We've got free reflectors that our mechanics will be fitting for free.
Okay.
We've got a wonderful competition where you have to guess how many frog lights are in the jar, and then you can win a fantastic bundle of prizes worth £85.
Excellent.
And also every 4th person who either pays to park their bike, which is only £1 for all day, or has a repair done, will also get a prize.
Excellent. So it's definitely worth visiting.
Absolutely.
Are you expecting a lot of people to turn up on Saturday?
We're hoping so, yes.
Good, good. Now, here's the next 4 years.
Thank you.
What's in the pipeline? Because I believe you're going to be opening a new hub in Cleethorpes.
Yes, that's right. All being well, we should open there in spring, so that's really exciting. The rumours have been flying around for quite a while, but we keep getting customers coming in asking when it's going to open. So providing all the building works go to plan, spring 18 it is.
Fingers crossed. And whereabouts is it going to be based in Cleethorpes, Janine?
Again, it's going to be accessible from the station platform as well as from the street. So it's actually the old ticket office, which we're really excited to do up. It's a beautiful old building. We're going to do it up in keeping with the character of the building. We're going to be keeping some of the original internal structures. So yeah, next to the number 1 pub.
Excellent, because you're obviously based, the Grimsby Cycle Hub, at the Grimsby train station, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
And is that a really good location? Have you found that to be beneficial?
It's fantastic. It's really, really central. It's easy for people to get to by bicycle. And also if they have a bike that is badly in need of repair, it's also easy for people to bring their cars to drop the bikes off with us.
Excellent.
So
So
yes,
something
it's
to
a
suit
fantastic
all the
location.
cyclists out there. Janine,
Yes.
you look fantastic for 4.
Well, thank you.
Happy 4th birthday. I hope it all goes well on Saturday. Thank you very much, Janine, for coming in.
Thank you.
Join me after the break when Dan brings us a roundup of the latest sports news, and Fred will be with me with City of Culture news. Welcome back, you're watching Estuary News. Still to come tonight, all the latest sports news and a roundup of Hull 2017 news with Fred. Library users are being asked for their views on changes to opening hours. Council officials at North East Lincolnshire Council have agreed at a recent meeting that opening hours at 4 core libraries should be altered based on the use of facilities. A decision will be made on the future of Grimsby, Cleethorpes, Immingham and Waltham libraries, each opened 59 hours a week, in order to provide a modern day service. Surveys can be obtained from the libraries mentioned. The MP for Lincoln, Karen Lee, will launch a new project next week. The Learning Links project, created by Unison, will support the training of public service workers across the county. At the launch on Monday, the union will outline how it aims to support the delivery of public services through a network and a £10,000 fund to pay for courses. Miss Lee says the project is a great benefit to the people of Lincolnshire. Beverley are celebrating after they won a handful of prestigious awards at the Yorkshire in Bloom Awards ceremony. The town has been crowned Best Town 2017 in the overall category for towns and small cities, together with the Yorkshire Rose Award for Best Town. Judges said the horticultural standards displayed alongside the town's rich heritage puts them at the top of visitor destination. The awards were the culmination of months of planning and preparation by Beverley Town Council officials and volunteers from the Beverley in Bloom group. Traders at Grimsby's Top Town Market are joining forces to raise money for charity. A family fun day has been organised on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will include face painting, a Brave the Shave and a bake-off. All money raised will be donated to Macmillan Cancer Support. And I'm joined now by our very own Fred with the latest news from Hull 2017. Good evening, Fred. Welcome to the Circle. Thank you very much indeed for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Luke, as
How's
always.
your week been so far in the world of local TV news?
Oh, it's been busy, enjoyably busy, as ever.
And you was at the summit this morning, wasn't you?
I was at where, sorry?
The summit.
Oh, yes, the Clean Energy Summit, which we
Yes.
saw there in the first half.
That's right.
A brilliant-looking inaugural project to basically increase Grimsby and North East Lincolnshire's role as a renewable industry capital.
Yeah. It's a very important investment, you know, for the county and the
Definitely,
wider region as a whole. In terms of 2017 news, Fred, what gems have you picked out for us to discuss this Thursday evening?
Well, from energy to literature, Luke.
Good link.
Recently, Hull 2017 have announced the Tell the World season,
Yes.
which is the fourth and final series of events going on in the city throughout October and January next year. And something that's coming up is the 25th Humber Mouth literature.
Oh, I saw this.
Yes, I couldn't get my words out then. Literature.
Don't worry.
But that's coming up. Yes, that's coming up very soon, and that will feature its usual array of writers, broadcasters, poetry performers, all coming along to bring the world of literature to Hull. And spinning off from that as well, we'll have something else called Contained Strong Language, which will be a major new poetry and performance festival in Hull, so tying in with that literary theme.
Okay.
So compared to how Humber Mouth Literary Festival has been going on for 25 years, it's very intriguing to see that we now have an additional bit of literature coming to Hull. That's really interesting to see how they've got a bit of emphasis on bringing creative fiction, poetry, all sorts of writings to the city.
Yes, because I know that's something probably what's very close to your heart, Fred, because I know
Yes.
you're a bit of a writer yourself, aren't you?
I try to be, yes.
Yes. So are you going to go to some of these events? What are coming? Have any of them taken your eye?
I would try to, yes. I haven't had quite a chance to see exactly what's going on, but it's literature, so must be good. There are a mixture of free and ticketed events, but I don't think any of them are more than 10 quid a pop.
Okay, so it's a budget. It's within,
Exactly,
hopefully within people's budget. And you say some of them are free, so that's always good that the free events will hopefully attract people from the city and obviously outside the city as well.
Exactly, yeah. And the Humber Mouth Literary Festival is happening between the 2nd and the 8th of October at various venues, which you can find out more on the Hull 2017 website.
Great place to go for all the information.
Yes, indeed.
What else have we got, Fred?
Well, again, from energy to literature to art. You may have noticed in the past few weeks we've been reporting on Look Up, which is a series of art installations that's been happening, I believe, all throughout this year, since 2017 has begun, throughout the city centre. The theme has kind of been taking art out of the galleries and into the public eye. We've been reporting on things such as Bleached by Tanya Kovacs. That was a really intriguing exhibition about bleached corals. Yes, brilliant. So spinning off from that then, we have a new Look Up exhibition that's going to take place within the Deep. We don't know exactly what's going to be within the Deep itself, but it's going to be going to utilise the Deep, like the interior deep building, to create a fresh new installation using a mixture of light, sound and digital media. So that happening at the end of our 2017, I think, is a nice way to round off what Look Up has been all about, taking art to the people, and I guess where better to close that off than the Deep.
Fantastic venue.
Indeed.
Wonderful place. And a great way of making art accessible to everyone. That's really what this final season is trying to convey, would you say? That it's making art accessible to people, taking it to them.
Exactly, that's it. It's bringing culture out of perhaps its stuffy galleries, for want of a better word, and bringing it to the people themselves to experience it and show, look, here is culture. It can be for anyone and for everyone.
On your doorstep.
Indeed.
On your doorstep. Anything else, Fred? What's caught your eye?
Well, I believe, Luke, yourself, you can talk a bit about more. There are a series of bridges.
That's right, there are. Tomorrow, Hull's 13 bridges are going to be closed off to pedestrians and traffic. Not an official City of Culture project. This is the brainchild of Hull musicians Richard and Lou Duffy Howard, a project called Open Bridges. And as I said there, all 13 bridges across Hull are going to be closed off at exactly the same time, 20:17 p.m.
To what end, Luke? For what purpose?
Well, I'm not sure of the significance of that specific time. I don't know why 2017. That's the reason, probably.
Oh,
yeah, 20:17 p.m. Yeah, 8 o'clock in the evening. And it's going to be taking place from the River Hull to the west, and the Beverley-based motor barge, the Sinton, will travel down the river before meeting the Humberkeel Comrade and HMS Pickle between North and Drypool bridges. And Hull-based musician John Stead will perform a world premiere of his new work, Moments in Time, at Stage at the Dock.
Well, I do hope all the traffic around that time will be able to appreciate the art. All the car drivers, lorry drivers.
It's worth it. Wonderful. Fred, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.
Now here's Dan with all the sports.
Rugby first, and Hull FC head coach Lee Radford says he's been impressed with the home support at the KCOM Stadium ahead of the final home game of 2017. The Black and Whites host Wakefield Trinity tonight as they look to make sure they make it into the end of season playoffs. FC currently sit third, but with just a 1-point cushion over Wakefield, who are fifth. The top four will then battle it out for a place in the grand final when the Super 8s finish next weekend. And Radford says he hopes the crowd will be bouncing.
I think they've got better as the season's gone on, our home support. I think, you know, earlier on in the year, the away support has always been phenomenal, very vocal, but I think our atmosphere at our home ground has improved dramatically in 2017. You know, in the last game of the season, last opportunity at home, they'll get to see us play for a while, so you know, hopefully the crowd will be bouncing as well.
Football now, and it's now 3 defeats in a row on the road for Hull City after they lost 2-1 at Fulham. The Tigers went in 1 down at half-time, but Jared Bowen equalised early in the second period. Stephanie Hansen then scored the winner for the home side, leaving City 16th in the Championship after the opening 7 games. Next up, they host Sunderland on Saturday. In better news, last night's scorer Jared Bowen has been named Championship Young Player of the Month for August. The 20-year-old scored 4 goals in 5 games. And Grimsby Town's Zach Mills could still be another fortnight away from a return to action. That's according to his manager, Russell Slade, who's been speaking to the press today. That means he'll definitely miss Saturday's home clash with Yeovil.
Probably somewhere around 10 to 14 days. It's a hamstring strain, so we think he's probably a 1. You know, in terms of a scale of 1 to 3, it's a 1, so probably 2 weeks.
Meanwhile, Captain Nathan Clark is a minor doubt for the game with a slight knee injury, but Slade says he expects him to be okay. Mitch Rose is 50-50 after picking up a hamstring strain on Tuesday night. I will have a fitness update on Kwasi Asante in tomorrow night's show. And that's all for the sport.
Thanks very much, Dan. That's it for this Thursday evening. As always, if you have a news story, then please visit our Facebook or Twitter pages or email news@estuary.tv. You can also phone our news desk, which is a Grimsby number 01472 31553. Details on the screen as I speak. We'll look forward to hearing from you with any interesting news stories you may have. On tomorrow's programme, I'll be reviewing the week's regional papers with Dr. Pip Carter of the Waltham Windmill Preservation Society. Have a great Thursday evening from all of us on the team. Good evening.